Here's your wrestling news for February 10th, 2022. And your headlines for today include AEW scores its 5th NXT champion with huge debut on Dynamite. Second Dynamite debut only happened after a huge botch, Tony Khan admits. AEW reference controversial WWE release. Is it a sign of their next signing? Top WWE superstar blasts Reigns-Lesnar feud as custody battle. Former Intercontinental and United States champion open to return to NXT 2.0. If he doesn't like you, he'd purposely hurt you. WWE Hall of Famer leveled with multiple allegations of misconduct. Real reason Jackass Forever star didn't appear during the Royal Rumble, and more. We are kicking off today with AEW as prior to last week's Dynamite, Tony Khan promised someone big was coming to the company, and now we know that this new wrestler is well and truly limitless. Facing off against Isaiah Cassidy, Keith Lee made his debut for the company after being heavily rumored that he'd be joining ever since his shocking release from WWE last November. Lee dominated the match and won, advancing to the Face of the Revolution ladder match at AEW Revolution, and Matt Hardy left the ring area before the match was over, seemingly giving up on Cassidy. Last weekend, Lee married Mia Yim in a ceremony that was officiated by Mick Foley, and despite the couple's attempts to keep his debut a secret on social media, many fans had figured that he was debuting last night. Now, the former NXT and North American champion has a chance to earn an AEW World title match should he win the ladder match at AEW Revolution. But whether he wins that match or loses, Keith Lee made an impressive debut now that he's all elite. Keith Lee was a huge debut for AEW, but he wasn't the only name to step foot in the company last night. New Japan's Jay White also debuted for AEW, appearing in a backstage segment where the Young Bucks and Adam Cole attacked Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero. White has been referencing AEW in promos in recent weeks, so his debut isn't too much of a surprise, but his appearance last night was something of a mistake by the promotion. That's something Tony Khan has admitted to, as on Twitter, he acknowledged that in hyping a huge debut this week, which was meant to be Keith Lee, he said that their new signing was walking through the forbidden door, which means they were appearing despite being signed to another company. Given that Lee was a free agent, this botched promise left Khan scrambling to have a debut from someone already signed elsewhere, and Khan said he didn't secure White until last Sunday. We'll never know if the buzz would have been the same if Khan had announced a free agent was signing rather than someone coming through the forbidden door, but this mistake led to the New Zealand wrestler's debut last night. Last night's Dynamite saw the company bring in 2 brand new stars, but they couldn't help themselves when it came to referencing WWE. During the Lee Cassidy match when Matt Hardy left, he did so by jumping the guardrail, and on commentary, Tony Schiavone immediately referenced his actions as erratic, the very same term WWE officials used to describe Jeff Hardy's actions during his last appearance with the company. At a live event in Edinburgh, Texas, Jeff's actions were a cause for concern as he sluggishly made his way to the ring and after making the hot tag, ran from the ring and jumped the guardrail and was not seen for the rest of the show. AEW referencing WWE has been a staple of the company for the past 3 years, and this could be a sign of their plans to sign Jeff Hardy, something WWE is so against they even offered Jeff a Hall of Fame induction to return. That offer was declined by Jeff, saying he won't be inducted unless it's alongside his brother Matt, and after this week's reference, it appears that the Hardy Boys could very much reunite later this year in AEW. Over to WWE now, as at WrestleMania 38, Brock Lesnar will face Universal Champion Roman Reigns in what is guaranteed to be the main event of the promotion's biggest 2 nights of the year. Lesnar plans on entering WrestleMania as WWE Champion after losing the title to Bobby Lashley at the Royal Rumble, but the Beast Incarnate is also looking for revenge on Paul Heyman. It was Heyman's betrayal and Reigns' interference last month that cost Lesnar the title, and the Almighty believes that the Beast Incarnate is much too focused on his ex-advocate. Sitting down with Bleacher Report, Lashley dismissed both Reigns and Lesnar as having a custody battle over Heyman and pointed out that he has wins over both men. Lashley and Lesnar will meet once more, as the two will make up 1/3 of the Men's Elimination Chamber combatants, and we'll have to wait and see who enters WrestleMania as WWE Champion. In 2016, Apollo Crews was called up from NXT and has had, for the most part, an underwhelming run on the main roster. It's only in the past 18 months or so that Cruz has received any kind of push, having Reigns as both United States and Intercontinental Champion, but the Nigerian-American superstar may be heading back to the brand he first made his name in. Speaking with Vicente Beltran this week, Cruz was asked about a return to NXT, now NXT 2.0, and said he'd love to go back and mix with the new talent on the paint-splattered brand. There's no word on whether this is in WWE's plans, but as we've seen with the likes of Finn Balor and reigning NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose, a change of scenery and a return to NXT can do a superstar a world of good. Since losing the Intercontinental Championship to Shinsuke Nakamura, Cruz has been spinning his wheels on Raw with little to no booking, and a move to NXT 2.0 could indeed be in the future of the acrobatic superstar. As a star in WWE, ECW, TNA, and other companies, Bully Ray has had an incredible career, but has often been at odds with both the fans and his fellow wrestlers. Recently, the Hall of Famer earned the backlash of fans for saying Jon Moxley should have apologized for entering inpatient rehab, and now Ray has faced a huge accusation from a former WWE superstar. Speaking to Sportskeeda this week, former tag team champion Rico Constantino discussed Ray's comments about Moxley and said that the Bully Ray name is more than appropriate. I don't think Bubba is an authority on anything except bullying, and he shouldn't give his opinion to anybody because he's just basically low down. I think he was the fat kid picked on at school, and he uses wrestling because we have to trust ourselves with our body, and if he doesn't like you, he'd purposely hurt you. Rico isn't alone in accusing Bully Ray, as Rene Dupree recently claimed that Bully Ray deliberately kicked him to give him a concussion after trying to learn if the French superstar was being paid more. After a lengthy run in Ring of Honor, Bully Ray has had just 2 matches since leaving the company in April 2020, and we'll have to see what's next for his career after these accusations. And we're ending today with the Royal Rumble, where Johnny Knoxville competed as part of the men's Royal Rumble match, but the Jackass star did not come alone. Several members from the Jackass team made the trip to St. Louis for the premium live event, but things went very bad for Steve-O. On his YouTube channel, Steve-O revealed that he flew on a private jet to St. Louis with the Jackass stars Ronda Rousey and Travis Brown, and added that he had to leave the show early after testing positive upon arrival. That's why Steve-O didn't appear during the Royal Rumble, and why he wasn't taking photos backstage, and this positive test forced him to miss out on the premiere of Jackass Forever. It was at the premiere that Knoxville continued his feud with Sami Zayn, though there's no word on if this storyline will continue on WWE TV. But if so, hopefully Steve-O will be able to appear following this positive test last month. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.